Hey, we're just here for another episode. I'm just gonna go over a reaction video on a couple things tonight. Pam Bondi is going to town right now. There's just a lot of winning going on, so I can't even keep up with what Donald Trump is doing. There's so much good things out there, and I hope you guys understand what's going on. And I mean, just pay attention because there's so much winning, and I'm basically just trying to keep you guys informed. There's a guy that I follow, amazing guy. You should guys go up there and check his webpage out to get a full version of what he stands for. Great guy, Neil Johnson, great dude. So we're gonna go over that, and then we're gonna get the press conference with Pam Bondi suing Letitia James and many others. It's gonna be great, man. This is amazing, amazing times that we live in today. This is Neil Johnson.
I am so excited. I went with this right away. I mean, this just happened. Pam Bondi, our new
Yeah.
Attorney General, has filed charges against Letitia James, Kathy Hochul, and also the guy who heads
Wow,
up the
that's crazy.
DMV in New York. Mark Schroeder is his name. Also the state of New York. Folks, this is huge, okay? And the whole case is built on the fact that New York has chosen to prioritize illegal aliens over American citizens, and the fact that
Yeah,
they're
that's
not
crazy.
cooperating with ICE. These sanctuary states, sanctuary laws, folks, are completely contrary to federal law.
That's
And
right.
this is actually an area of law that the feds oversee. So look,
I'm telling you, you need to go check out Neil Johnson. He's amazing.
this is why, I'll just give you a for instance on this. This is why I diverge from Trump on this whole thing about, states deciding abortion. I don't agree with that. I believe we need a federal law because murder itself needs to be a federal, it's a federal crime, okay? And just like abortion should be, because to me,
Just like he just said, he disagrees with Trump. I mean, there's things that I disagree with Trump. There is not a lot, because I love the guy and he's the best president we've ever had. But what I'm saying is just like him, he has a disagreement with abortion. To me, abortion is murder, and I believe he is right. But the states got to take this under their wing because the federal government can't do everything. Just like school choice and schools, the Department of Education, the states should be able to handle this and pay for it.
it's of the same. But this right here, who gets to oversee the border? Who gets to determine immigration law, folks? Is it
Right.
states? Do states get to do that? No, because it affects the nation as a whole. That's why immigration law is
Right.
federal law. That's why a state like New York or a city like New York can't usurp federal authority. So now Pam Bondi has gone in there and filed charges against them. This is going to, I guarantee you,
That's
because
awesome.
of just how bad and how whack the judiciary has been of late, and you've all seen it, okay? We could go over multiple judges.
You guys seen it, right? I mean, you can tell that the judges are crazy on both sides.
I did that earlier today on a stream. We talked about it on another video. But I mean, we're talking about judges like the daughter is higher up in the Department of Education. The other one, the wife, works for the foundation that receives money from USAID, and so on. Okay, so I don't expect a positive ruling initially out of these judges. That's why it has to go to the Supreme Court, and that's what's
Yeah.
going to end up happening here. But I believe we are going to see something take place now. When you look at this, okay, so Pam Bondi, a lot of people had questions about her at the beginning, and I don't know that Pam Bondi will be any good and all this. And here she is filing charges against Tish James. Can you think of, just think back to the lawfare on President Trump and think about Letitia James. Oh my gosh. She was the worst. Do you remember her out in the streets, too male, too pale, too stale? we're going to go after Trump. She built her whole case, her whole election, off of going after Donald Trump. So she was obviously completely, um, she had to recuse herself. She had complete impartial.
You gotta remember, Donald Trump is playing five-dimensional chess. That is at a level that you would not even comprehend. This, it's amazing what's going on in this country. And when I tell people, man, this is the biggest sting operation that our country and the world has ever seen. You're seeing leaders come together and wrap their arms pretty much around Donald Trump. Because if you don't remember, and you should, is when he went around the world in 2016. Go back and watch the videos. The only person that has the sword in Saudi Arabia, they give the sword to the king. Go look at who has the sword. Who walked in front of the queen? Who does? Who walks in front of the queen? We all said it was disrespect, or you guys did. Well, who walks in front of the queen? What did Putin say to Donald Trump with the soccer ball? The ball's in your court now. You know what I mean? Who walked over the DMV at North Korea? Donald Trump. See, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you just think it's another 4-year election and it's Donald Trump against the Democrats. These guys are fighting. These guys are fighting for their life because that's basically what they're doing. It's crazy.
Bias to the man, and they looked for the crime. They didn't look, so they're looking at a person and trying to find a crime instead of looking at a crime and then trying to find the person. That's what they did with Donald Trump, and you guys all know that. We went through that, but this is really huge, folks. I just hope you understand. We're talking Hochul, James, and what was the other dude's name?
They're filing charge against
he's
all.
like the DMV guy out there. His name is Mark
DMV.
Schroeder. In fact, here, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to just share with you a video, the press conference, just a clip from the press conference. I'm just going to hold up the computer for you. Okay.
We're here today because we have filed charges against the state of New York. We have filed charges against Kathy Hochul. We have filed charges against Letitia James and Mark Schroeder, who is with DMV. This is a new DOJ, and we are taking steps to protect Americans, American citizens, and angel moms, like the mom standing right behind me, who you're going to hear from in a moment. New York has chosen to prioritize illegal aliens over American citizens. It stops today. We're here today because...
Do you know they just got that $59 million back that they just paid to all the expensive hotels in New York City? FEMA? That's crazy. And the people in North Carolina were suffering. The people in California were suffering. And they said that they had no money. But they still gave $59 million to illegals in New York. Are you guys starting to understand what's going on in this country? You got to remember, I was a freaking 2-time freaking Democrat when I was back in the day. I voted for Obama. It took me sitting on the ice fishing with my best friend, listening to a guy that I was like, there's no way that's true. There's no way that's true. There's no way that's true. And then the whole day I'm listening. Well, I've seen that, but there's no way that's true. And then I was like, well, how can our government be so corrupt? And then I start living it. I'm starting to see it. Start thinking about it. I start studying. I start looking. Once you start looking at it, and once you start seeing it, is when you truly opens your eyes to what is really going on in this world. It seems crazy, and it gives me goosebumps to the day. To me, and it drives people crazy, like at work, because I see things that they don't even see. Because some people are still sleeping. They still want to believe it's another 4-year election. It's not. And things are happening behind the scenes that you're just waking up. You're just realizing that you're going to find out that there's a lot more craziness going on in this world than just this. They're going to find things that you're going to be like, oh my gosh, you're sick to your stomach. It has to do a lot about child pedophilia and all that stuff. It's disgusting. And once you start seeing what's really going on in this world, you won't want to go back. And you'll be like, these disgusting pigs that are raising problems right now in the Democratic Party, and believe me, there's just as many freaking Republicans, I believe, out there that are just playing the part, staying out of the light. And it's just crazy.
It stops today, man. That's it, folks. I just wanted to get that out. I mean, that's huge news. We finally have an attorney general who's going to stand up for the rule of law, not political persecutions and prosecutions. That's not what this is about. The left is going to be screaming about that today. Do me a favor, smash that like so this news gets out. But and chat in with where you're from. But this is a new day. This is not about that. This is about actually following the law.
Yeah,
not
follow
just
the law. That's
going
it.
after a president because you disagree with what he has to say politically, with his priorities politically. These are people who actually broke federal immigration law, okay, by being a quote-unquote sanctuary. I'm telling you, the same thing's going to happen in California, Gavin Newsom. The country this is wild, folks. What you are going to witness in the next few years is absolutely wild. I mean,
Right.
You are going to see the dismantling of the government in a way in which you never thought possible. In fact, I was going to do this. I'm going to do it. You're on here. There's 1,110 of you on here. Okay. We've covered it, folks. If you, Pam Bondi has filed charges. I'm going to read to you the greatest thing. It's called Override. And it's by this guy, Eco. And I've told you, you guys need to follow this person on X. But they actually wrote this article, it's probably a week ago, 7 days ago. It was published on February 5th. This is the greatest reading of hope you are going to get. So stick with me through this. I'll get through it as quick as I can. It's called Override. Again, it's Eco Loves You, EKO Loves You on X, or Eco Loves You on Substack as well. The clock struck 2 a.m. on January 21st, 2025. In Treasury's basement, fluorescent lights hummed above 4 young coders. Their screens cast blue light across government-issued desks, illuminating energy cans and agency badges. As their algorithms crawled through decades of payment data, one number kept growing: $17 billion in redundant programs.
17?
And counting. We're in, Akash Boba messaged the team, all of it. Edward Korstein's code had already mapped 3 subsystems. Luke Ferreter's algorithms were tracing payment flows across agencies. Ethan Schertron's analysis revealed patterns that career officials didn't even know existed. By dawn, they would understand more about Treasury's operations than people who had worked there for decades. This wasn't a hack. This wasn't a breach. This was authorized disruption. While career bureaucrats prepared orientation packets and welcome memos, Doge's team was already deep inside the payment systems. No committees, no approvals, no red tape, just 4 coders with unprecedented access and algorithms ready to run. The beautiful thing about payment systems, noted a transition official watching the screens, is they don't lie. You can spin policy all day long, but money leaves a trail. That trail led to staggering discoveries. Programs marked as independent revealed coordinated funding streams. They're going to find this going at the state level too, people. I want you to know that this is all going to reveal everything. The money trail, remember, follow the money. I've always said that. It's going to reveal everything. This is where the NGOs were collecting money for shuttling illegals across our border, buying plane tickets, funding $600 Visa cards.
You gotta remember, all this is going to lead up to the prosecution of a lot of high placed people. For you and me, it don't take much. It doesn't take much to prosecute us. Probably because we don't have an expensive attorney that can get us out. These guys are committing crimes, and you just don't stop somebody that's keep committing crimes, because then you just keep building it on, and then that's basically what's happening. And then they're going to catch them all. And some say that nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. I beg to differ. In fact, some things have already happened. You just don't know about it yet. Sometimes people gotta look and open up your eyes to what's really going on.
On and on. The $50 million hotel. All of it, okay? Grants labeled as humanitarian aid showed curious detours through complex networks. Black budgets, once shrouded in secrecy, begin to unravel under algorithmic scrutiny. By 6 a.m., Treasury's career officials begin arriving for work. They found systems they thought impenetrable already mapped. Networks they believed hidden already exposed. Power structures built over decades revealed in hours. Their traditional defenses, slow-walking decisions, leaking damaging stories, stonewalling requests, proved useless against an opponent moving faster than their systems could react. By the time they drafted their first memo objecting to this breach, three more systems had already been mapped. That's why the fight that they have now, that they're like, oh no, we can't have Elon in there knowing your social security numbers, all this different stuff, and the judge's orders. It doesn't matter. We've already gotten in the systems. The fraud has already been outed, and it's only going to get more, and the American public's going to get pissed. Pull this thread, a senior official warned.
If you want to see it,
emerge across
if you don't,
screens, and the whole sweater unravels. He wasn't wrong, but he misunderstood something crucial. That was exactly the point. This wasn't just another transition. This wasn't just another reform effort. This was the start of something unprecedented, a revolution powered by preparation, presidential will, and technological precision. The storm had arrived, and Treasury was just the beginning. The foundation. Personnel is policy. For decades, this principle, articulated by conservative strategist Troop Hemingway, remained more theory than practice. Previous administrations spent months, even years, trying to staff key positions. Trump's first term saw barely 100 political appointees confirmed by February of 2017. Every delay meant another victory for the permanent bureaucracy. But this time, it was different. While media focused on campaign rallies and political theater.
All right, well, I'm going to get off Neil there. Again, go check out Neil Johnson. He's an amazing guy. He basically, as you see, he's doing what I'm doing. He's just fed up. He's just fed up with the government and what's going on. And so he's out there and he's been doing it. So go check him out. There is a couple of big announcements. I don't know if you guys seen it or not. I might be a little late, but it just says President Trump announced that he will be visiting Russia, and President Putin will travel to the U.S. following their phone call today. So I don't know if you guys heard that. Tulsi Gabbard has officially been confirmed the Director of National Intelligence under President Donald Trump. And the Democrats are holding everybody up. They're just holding everybody up. They're dragging their feet. It's sickening. Another thing is a U.S. military plane crashed into the San Diego Bay near a naval air station. Both pilots successfully rescued. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Perfect. That's that. See if there's any other news here that I see. Excuse me. wow. Man, that is crazy. Sorry. Man. Let's see if I can find. There's a couple other videos that I wanted to take a look at with you guys. I had them all. I thought I had them all logged up, but I do not. Terrible. Let's see here. Not this guy. Funny guy though. You ever watch that? He is amazing. Yep. I just gonna go back to my home screen. Sorry, I'm a little new at this. Not just kidding. Tulsi Gabbard. Let's see where. Here's what I wanted to see.
New York has chosen to prioritize illegal aliens over American citizens. It stops today. As you know, we sued Illinois, and New York didn't listen. So now you're next.
Uh-oh. There it is, guys. You're next. She ain't playing. She's not playing. And I don't understand, basically just going after President Trump. What do you guys, how do you guys feel about that? I mean, we sort of knew that it was all going to take place. It was all going to happen. But you got to realize that everything they did to President Trump is what he was going to do to them. That's why they're all scared. And that's why you get all these pardons from Joe Biden. But yeah, it's crazy times. But I appreciate it. I mean, it's been a few moments here. I just wanted to come back in with you guys, and I'm just trying to bring some news. I don't know if you guys seen all that stuff, but we're able to see that stuff. Give you some more content. If you guys would do me a solid, freaking do a like and subscribe, and maybe share it with somebody, and we'll get in some little bit more better stuff. I'm trying to just wake up America the best I possibly can, and if I can't, great. But here I am, just one more guy, just trying to make it. So, all right, guys. It's another day down, and you guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you soon.